Well, hello and welcome back again to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. I very much appreciate it, whether you're a first timer, long timer, cross watcher. It makes no difference. So, for the first timers and some cross watchers, let me give you a quick review of what makes this tarot reading different from others. First of all, it's archetypal. 8 to 10 cards, that's it. 4 different decks, 8 to 10 cards. Simple, direct, clean, plain. Very Tao-like. Secondly, staying within that kind of mentality, I do not predict. Predictions tend to have you waiting on other people or other things. You give your power away. What I focus here in a very simple Tao way is a frequency, a manifesting frequency that is operating in your life. You choose to tap in, you choose to tap out. But the idea is to give you more control. Here's the frequency to manifest. You choose how you do it. Also do something called the hyper shuffle. You'll see that in a minute. And I get these readings in a 10-minute window because you are busy, you have a life, and it's important to keep a nice, clear, clean Tao type message. So, that being said, let's begin at the beginning, and this is where it begins with the hyper shuffle. And there you go. There is the hyper shuffle for today's Tao Daily Tarot. Let's get to it. Manifesting energy, right here. Breathe. Breathe. It's a very, very simple but very powerful thing. It really, from a physical standpoint or physiology standpoint, actually deacidifies your system as fast as anything. Just breathing. Really important. Gets you into a nice parasympathetic, calm mood, clarifies everything. Breathe. Very important because at this point, I suspect, looking at the cards, you have a lot of mental energy. You have a lot of energy right now that's stored up. It's going to get ready to be applied as we hit November, but for right now, it's probably just stored up and it's kind of driving you nuts. For example, Ace of Wands. You want passion in your life. You want enthusiasm in your life. You want excitement in your life. It's been taken away. You want it back. That's what you're working toward. You want your life to mean something, to have some purpose, some direction to it. And that's what you're really pushing for. And then we have the Queen of Cups. You want that connection. You want that love. Of course, you know, in order to give love, you have to have it. And the Queen's Cup runneth over with love. In fact, this for me is the most loving card in the tarot, the Queen of Cups. And of course, we're talking here about self-love. I know I go on and on about the idea of self-love, but that's so difficult for us. We're not taught that. It's not ingrained in us. Because so many people, because of their insecurity, take self-love, honest, good, positive self-love, as selfish. When in fact what they're really saying is, I don't know how to love myself, so I don't want you to love yourself. We got here the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Little competition going on between loving of oneself and your thinking. Now the Queen of Swords can be very direct, very plain, very clear. But you will see as you look at the cards, there's a bunch of sword energy here. And that's telling me that you're doing way too much thinking and not as much self-loving as you really need to. And so we move on to the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, very simply, is again the Queen of Wands, a little bit less than, certainly, of course, but there's confidence, there's courage, there's passion. That's what you're moving toward. That's what you want in your life. And you're beginning the journey, but you got a ways to go, you know that. And it's going to be a rough road over the next several months, so be advised of that. We move to the magnifier card, and we come up to the Queen of Swords again. 2 decks, 2 Queen of Swords. Tells me you're looking for the truth. You're wanting to find the truth, but you're overthinking. You're overthinking. And that takes a lot of the joy out of your life. Takes a lot of the happiness out of your life. And to confirm that again, we have the other magnifier card, the Nine of Swords. The stuff that keeps you up at night. Maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, just before you get up. What if, coulda, shoulda, wouldas, those kinds of things. You're overthinking everything right now, and it's making your life miserable. Because, first of all, you may not be acting it out yet. Not time. Because this is a time to breathe. But the breathing also settles you down. It gets you out of the thinking mode and puts you more in the feeling mode. And that's what you want right now. You want to feel more than you want to think. Because you've been thinking this thing to pieces. And you know it's going to be a bit of a journey. We got here the Night of Pentacles. Night of Pentacles is the only knight that really gets to his destination. But boy, he is slow. But what he brings, what he values, is very, very important. And worth the time, worth the effort. But it's going to be an ongoing project, this idea of learning to love yourself and not think yourself into pieces. It's a healing journey. We got the Chariot. You see the Caduceus. You see the Big Dipper. He's guided to heal himself. Take his light side and dark side and put them together as a team. I love the Caduceus. I love the North Star. He knows where he's going. You know what you want. You know where you want to be. But you're thinking it out too much and not feeling it out too much. And here, my favorite card in the deck next to the Sun, it's the Fool. He sees the bright horizon, and he's going to step out, not necessarily step off, but step out into the future. Why? Because he has faith, because he feels more than he thinks. Powerful, powerful card. And again, it all ties in very beautifully with the main manifesting frequency. Breathe. Breathe. Put those thoughts away. Feel your way through this. It's the only way that you're really going to do it successfully. Whew, powerful read. So there you go. Please like, subscribe, and if you're in the mood, share. Here's the like, the thumbs up stuff. Please, I would very much appreciate that. It lets the folks at YouTube know that you appreciate what I do, and they will help me build the channel with your help, of course, always. As I said, I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. So between now and the next time you and I have a chance to talk tarot, you know what I wish for you. The same thing all the time, honestly. Blessings.